Pharmacist.
Doctor of pharmacy, a pharmacist.
Oh, right. Okay. And you're a singer.
Yes.
You sing better
casually.
than Beyonce. That's what they say.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so she can sing. She sings. You understand? Yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, so you're welcome. Emanuela, right?
Yes.
What's your full name?
Emanuela Abasakunedu.
Emanuela Abasakunedu. So you started singing and then you went into medicine and then...
Well, I think the medicine came first.
Break the journey down.
Okay, so... Well, I've always enjoyed singing casually, but I only started doing it more publicly in pharmacy school, like on campus. Yes, So I was singing in church a lot. Yes.
So you're freestyling paracetamol and...
that actually came after.
That's the one you did?
I became, yes. After I became a pharmacist, then I started to do the freestyle.
So you did, this is your dream. You wanted to be a pharmacist and you are a pharmacist.
Yes.
Or it went from, hairdresser to lawyer to banker.
Well,
parents normally try to,
Yeah, try to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did have a number of options. I wanted to be an architect at some point.
Oh, same here.
Yeah. And,
and what happened?
Well, whenever I say this, my mom doesn't believe me, but she actually told me this. And I know when she hears this, when she hears, she'll kill me.
You wanted
but
to be an actor.
No, she told me this. The thing I'm about to say.
Oh, right.
She said that by the time this was around GSS2, I told her I wanted to be a pharmacist, an architect, and she told me that by the time I finish becoming an architect. All the lands will be finished in Ghana, so I'll not get any
here
jobs.
You are. We still have more land.
So every time I tell her that she told me this, she tells me she never did. But I really remember when she did. It's quite funny.
So that's what actually put you off.
Well,
she killed your vim.
She did.
Wow, you believe?
But at some point she came on board. But by that time I had studied science and I'd gotten into pharmacy school, so I just decided to.
So you be shark brain.
Oh,
that's
small.
What it is. Small, babe.
Not all the way, but we try.
Yes, shark. Can now they accept it because they don't think what I say. And now to me, niama. Oh, please don't be modest. And then you match. Brag. Blow your own horn.
Oh well,
it wasn't difficult, right? Back in school.
It was.
Which one?
Pharmacy.
Subjects. No, which one? Yeah.
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Pharmacy school is tough. Yeah.
So you had to put away relationships and friendships, other friendships with your people.
Well, I didn't have a lot of friends in school, honestly.
Why is that?
Well,
Auntie so?
Maybe.
Which school did you attend?
Holy Child.
Hey!
It's just in my personality. I'm not.
I see.
Yeah. So I didn't have a lot of friends, but the few that I had were very.
Holy Child School. One of my sisters, maybe I meant to me uncle.
Oh, in
me should me papa me who to me copy man site. At least I've been Holy Child.
It's close. We are sisters.
Better than nothing. So all my sisters were there. Which year?
I finished in 2012.
Oh, I'm not sure which of my sisters. Madonna Sampson, Jacoba Sampson.
Jacoba sounds familiar.
Yeah, probably Jacoba because she was the last. Last, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so from Holy Child to
Tech University.
And then?
Well, I haven't done any further studies after that.
So where do you work now?
I work at the Ministry of Health.
Ministry of Health. And when do you come on Twitter?
Casually. Well, the Twitter videos was at the time when I was working in a community pharmacy. I don't anymore, but that was about a year ago when I was working at a pharmacy at airport, which was a rather free place.
Okay.
Had a lot of
So you could just get up and dance.
Yes, if I
make
wanted
these videos and start singing.
Yeah.
You come to the thread, dude. They're like, there's a whole thread on Twitter with this girl, man. She's been singing her heart out. She does it with medicine, and then she goes to Beyonce, Ed Sheeran. Hey, madam.
Wow, you've looked at them.
Yeah, I did. I mean, why are you here in the first place? I needed to look. And just check you out a bit before extending the invitation to you. But let's come to the reason why you are here.
Okay.
And as I mentioned earlier, there's been a lot of misconceptions, theories and all of that. People just are uncertain about this vaccine. Yesterday we saw a president and the vice president and their wives, but still, we say nsuo, we say Fanta.
Wow.
If you say malaria.
Wow.
See, it's funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
Because in all the jokes, there's still some seriousness. There are people that are still not a bit, they are reluctant, basically. They don't even know where they are going with this whole vaccine thing because of all the things they consume on the internet.
Yeah.
And so there's a need for us with platforms to educate people, right?
Yes.
And that's why you are here. So we know how you can break things down very simply. That's what I like. So as you are here, we can use the time to throw some, bit of advice out there to scatter the misconceptions. And hopefully, after this, somebody would now just believe in what we have in the country at the moment. What's the name of that?
That's the
AstraZeneca.
Yes.
AstraZeneca. So what do you have to say about it? The concerns, basically.
Well,
and your expert views on the issue.
That vaccine. Yeah. So that vaccine has proven to be efficacious. It has about a 63% efficacy. That was within
5-3.
6-3.
6-3.
Yes, that's
Is
within.
that enough?
It is.
High.
At least within the trial settings, it had that efficacy.
Okay.
But post, how do I call it? After it was after people got it in real time, we call it post surveillance studies. In real people, they found that the average efficacy was about 70%, and that is enough because the measure of that efficacy is not necessarily just in. Okay, let me start from this point. The reason why we went into vaccine production for the COVID virus is because of the severity. It's because it can cause death, hospitalization, and even the comorbidities, the things that happen after, the complications. That's the word I'm looking for. The complications after. That is what made us go into vaccine exploration. If it was just a mild disease like a cold or a cough, we wouldn't have really bothered, you see. But what we want to prevent is the death and hospitalization. And that is why we went into vaccine searches. And it has been proven that all the vaccines, including the one we have in the country right now, have an over 90% chance or efficacy in preventing serious complications, in preventing hospitalizations, in preventing death. So that means even if you get the AstraZeneca one, which has an efficacy of 63%, there are two endpoints when they have clinical trials. One endpoint is that whether or not you get the virus, and the second endpoint is whether or not you will get a severe form of it. And for the second endpoint, all the vaccines have an efficacy of over 90%. So that is where we should be focusing on. The fact that even if you do get it after vaccination, you are going to get the very mild form of it. So maybe it's going to be just a headache and a cough that will keep you indoors for maybe a few days and you'll be fine. As opposed to being hospitalized, and dying, you understand, or some of your organs failing, all of that. So that is why that's where we should be focusing on, that the fact that it's 63% doesn't mean it's not enough, but it is preventing severe forms of the disease and hospitalization and death, which is very important.
But there'll be some side effects, right?
Well, the side effects so far reported are they're very mild. For instance, a headache, maybe where they inject you have a little bit of pain there, and you might have a little fever, some body aches. But these are very mild, and they resolve within a couple of days. They don't take so long. They are not going to cripple you or
won't
mess
take
up
any
your life.
life.
No,
At
least
all.
From the data we have now. So you can rest assured that all the proper safety checks have been done on these vaccines, and they are safe. In most people.
So there's no agenda to wipe out,
no, there
whole
isn't.
race and
I
all
mean,
that.
think about it. If if they wanted to wipe us out, why would they try it on themselves first?
But how are we also sure that they tried what they've sent us on themselves?
Well,
Had the whole president taking his job yesterday.
Yes, and he didn't fall down
water.
dying.
They said it was water.
They said it was
no actually.
The world has been impacted too much by this virus for someone to sit down and say, I want to wipe one race out or one population out. It's not likely at all. It's not likely at all.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Asaase 99.5.
So I saw someone had written under your thread that it actually takes like a decade to make vaccines. And this one was a bit short. We blinked and it was ready. So, I mean, aren't we supposed to be worried a bit, And how come this one took a shorter time? Or that they were still in search years ago and then COVID just happened to, just appear.
Yeah.
And so they had to quickly.
Yeah, well, I don't know about 10 years. Vaccines don't typically take that long. Well, it depends on the type. But the average amount of time that is taken for a vaccine to be produced, about 18 months. But those methods are different. The method that we're using for this particular vaccine, or in fact all the vaccines right now, are a completely new technology.
Mm-hmm.
And that is shorter. So for the ones that take about 18 months, it will require cultivating the organism in a lab. You have to grow it in order to produce it in mass quantities. And that takes a long time. In this particular vaccine, we are not using the live virus. So that process of growing the virus is completely eliminated.
Right.
So that shortens or truncates the time. And we also need to understand that this was a global pandemic. So that means that all hands were on deck. All experts you can imagine have put their hands to this. So that would expedite the process. Let's look at the Ebola vaccine.
Yeah.
Look at how long it has taken. That's because it did not affect the entire world. It affected like Africa. And so the process has been rather slow in making the vaccine because not everyone was really interested in it. But this is affecting everyone. And so everyone has come on board to, find a solution. And there's a lot of, in times of pandemics, there are a lot of emergency use, how will I put it, regulations, okay? That sort of bypass, maybe if it wasn't a pandemic, maybe it would have taken a certain time. But because it needs to be used emergently, they give them emergency use authorization. So that one also hastens the time, So that's the reason why the vaccine has come out in a rather short time. But it doesn't mean that any safety steps were skipped or they missed some steps or no, everything that needed to be done was done. Okay. It's just that the circumstances are a bit different. And also, before I land, the last thing I'd say, the mRNA technology, like you were saying, was being studied before the vaccine came. Before the pandemic came. It was something that was under study, and it just happened that it happened at this time. And also, there are other coronaviruses that have come in the past, okay, like the MERS, right, which are very similar to the COVID virus. So they can take some cues from the MERS and get its structure and a few things that inform, the production of the vaccine. So I just want to tell us this, that no safety steps were skipped. So we don't need to worry about how quickly it was put together.
Have you taken yours?
Not yet.
Will you?
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I will.
So when you take it, just hit me up. Okay?
I will.
I'll give you like 2 weeks
out there that I have.
So what about ulcer patients and pregnant women?
Okay, for now.
For the ulcer, somebody wants to know if there are like major effects on that if they take it.
Well, for now, there's no information. There's no evidence that it would impact them in a negative way. So I think it should be safe in ulcer patients. But for the pregnant women, they were not included in the clinical trial. So we are excluding them.
Oh.
Yeah, because we are not sure how.
Are they the only ones?
And children.
What
Yeah.
age bracket?
From below 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So children below 18 and pregnant women, but also patients, I mean.
I think they will be fine. They should be
And
fine.
if you
There's no-
recovered from it, yeah, can you take it?
Well, it's still what they are recommending is that if you've recovered, it will be better to wait for those who haven't been exposed to be vaccinated, and then you would.
Why is
But-
that?
Because you have some form of immunity.
Okay.
It's not complete, like let's say if you've been vaccinated. But what studies are showing is that maybe for those who have been infected already, they would be given a booster dose. So instead of the 2 shots, they'll get 1. But the point is that the vaccines are still in limited quantity. So we are trying to reach everyone, like as many
So wait,
people as
it's
possible.
2 shots
It's 2 shots,
per
ideally.
person.
For the one we have in Ghana
Mhm.
right now, the AstraZeneca one, it's 2 shots.
And both at the same time?
No.
Oh,
Get the first one today, and maybe in about 12 weeks or more, then you get the second
12 weeks.
one. Yes. So that's
That's
about
like
3 months.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, I dang. To
Yeah.
have a friend and see sign, bra.
Yeah. So once you get your first dose, your information will be taken. When you need to come for the second one, you'll be notified.
Ain't and crow for your mobile kaya friend. Say
Oh,
my-
they will. I mean,
my Ghana card.
oh, have a little faith in the health system.
Oh, we're health for no.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Meaning say other side. You know. Anyway, so what's the possibility of contracting an autoimmune disease as a result of taking the vaccine?
Okay, well, for autoimmune diseases, the concern would be if we were using a live virus.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, in this vaccine, we are not using the actual coronavirus itself. We are just using some genetic material of it. So, there's no the chance that it will trigger an autoimmune response from your body is very, very low. So for now, the evidence is showing that people with autoimmune diseases will not really suffer any negative effects. But obviously, information is coming every day, so we will be more informed as time passes.
So someone is saying individuals with certain characteristics are more likely to suffer certain adverse effects from particular immunizations or vaccination. And this would be no different, I mean, COVID-19. So how are these people going to be identified? And what are these characteristics that they speak of?
Well, like you mentioned, autoimmune diseases, and someone also said ulcer. And people with
But
allergies.
asthma and diabetes and all of those.
No, actually, those people are the ones that
I
are
need.
firstly considered. Those with the
I
chronic.
have asthma.
You have asthma.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, those with diabetes, hypertension are actually one of the first people under consideration for the vaccine.
So ulcer is not that serious.
Not that it is not as serious, but it is not going to.
It won't kill you.
It will not. There's no contraindication for now. Okay, with the vaccine, and some of the what was the question again? The person,
How these people are going to be identified. Those ones with different certain characteristics.
Characteristics.
Yeah.
So for the characteristics, maybe the person is talking about people who are allergic to certain components of the vaccine, and I think that they will try to take your medical records, check your past history, and see the things that you're allergic to or not, and see if it is ideal for you to take the vaccine. I don't think that they will just start a line and just give a shot to everybody. So they will definitely take your history, ask some questions. It depends on the individual. So once it is ideal for you, you'll be given.
So basically, what is in now is just for the first shot, the dose.
Yes.
And then the
for now.
second one is the one coming in 3 months.
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest, how they're going to distribute this, because the thing is that we have 2 vaccines at the moment that have received the emergency use authorization by the FDA. That's the AstraZeneca one, and then another one called the Sputnik 5 or Sputnik
They're
V.
giving that too.
But that is not yet in Ghana.
Okay.
I'm not sure when.
'Cause I haven't even heard anyone mention it.
Yeah, it's around, but it has not yet been. It's not yet in the country, so I'm not sure. And you cannot give the different vaccines. Like maybe if you get the AstraZeneca one, then the next one will be no. So I don't know how exactly, I don't know if they're going to keep 2 doses down for each individual that is vaccinating first, or if they are going to make sure that it's only the AstraZeneca one that is going to come in. I'm not too sure about that.
Shouldn't that be the case though?
Well, I mean, if we say we are waiting and we exhaust the AstraZeneca one, and we don't get it, it's not safe.
Yeah.
So it's just better to vaccinate as many people as possible. But I'm sure that there are some things in place to make sure that there will be no double doses or mixture of doses or any of those.
Allergies. People with allergies. What effect will it have on them?
Well, for that one I can't tell. Everybody's allergic response is
I
different.
spent my 37 years just trying to find what
What you're allergic to.
But Charlie, still,
You don't have any allergy.
no, I do, but minim dia cause it.
Ah,
Say you need to check your environment, maybe check your walls, your paint, or you probably changed the homes and you're in a different environment, the grass, the this, the that. Charlie,
so you take some anti-allergy medications. Okay.
But you don't think it's going to have any effect on them, so they can still take it anyway.
Oh no, if you have allergies to some components in the vaccine, it will not be recommended to you.
So what?
Because
They
we
will
are not
check
sure.
there or what? Because how will I know? That's the thing. I'm telling you now. Anytime I get these allergies,
You don't
I
know
go
what
and
exactly
yeah,
it
and they
is.
ask, okay, so what triggered it? I said, I have no idea. If it's
You
what
see?
I'm eating, if it's my environment, because it used to happen a lot in my former workplace, right? They at the Accra Mall in the studio. You know, you feel like you have things just crawling up on you, and then you check and your whole thigh and legs are swelling.
Wow.
Yeah. And then few times where I used to live, I changed, houses and still. So if I can't tell, how
Okay.
am
So
I going
think to be able to tell, one thing you can do is that maybe today you got an allergic reaction. Try and note down the things that you came into contact with. Okay, just write them
a
down.
dirty studio?
Write it down.
Because that's the
Then maybe then
thing I can think of.
observe the days that
carpets, no, BB, yeah. What's it now, Coca?
so you note it
Because
down,
my boss asked me, yeah, be crada.
writing it down.
Me allergies be our hada.
Over here. So that means that it was over the other place. Yeah.
What place?
I mean the last place.
Solomon Tay.
Carol,
So what do you have to say?
you're throwing shades where the sun doesn't shine.
It's actually
She's
funny to
doing
me
well.
now thinking about it. So, because wait, it really used to happen over there, and then I'm here and it's never happened. So, what was happening with that side?
So that means there
What
was
could have been
something
the
there.
cause? Anyways, so Solomon, you've heard her. Do you want to ask any questions coming in?
I think she's basically dealt with all the
So you
concerns.
5G and things there,
Oh.
you're not for it.
No, not at all. I mean, think about it. It's a solution, okay? It's a clear solution as well. You won't see any chip. And there is no chip. As of now, the world's technology hasn't reached that level that a chip will be able to enter a syringe, the pin, right? It's a very small hole. There is no chip in current times that can fit in such a syringe to be injected into you that way.
And you people don't believe that white man is up to something, that he can actually wipe us all out. Maybe yesterday.
Not with something he's using on
See,
himself.
he probably wasn't thinking it last year, but this year said, I have the power now.
No, think
Can I just get rid of all these people?
look at the amount of things
The
that
earth
we
needs to
we
breathe.
import.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they will go through all this trouble?
I said, "Nipa ni timo sumudie." Unto minka.
They can easily put it in food, in our clothes.
But they didn't.
I
So
mean-
this is the time.
Oh no. I mean, it's an easier way. If I were them, I would put it in food. That is more
Yeah.
unsuspecting than a vaccine. So I just want us. The point I'm just trying to make is that if they are going to wipe us out, it is not with this. So I just want us to rest assured that this is not an agenda to wipe any race out, put some microchips inside you. We don't have microchips at the in current technology that can be injected into you.
I want to gloves, no so my injection or president.
No, actually, it's not recommended to wear the gloves during the vaccination. As for the why, I'm not sure. But I read an article that said that they should just take the gloves off. The gloves are not necessary. So even though there was a lot of backlash about her not wearing gloves, it's actually not recommended for them to wear the gloves during the vaccination.
So what can possibly happen when someone that has it, maybe asymptomatic, so you can't tell, but they know they have it, still come around to take the shot?
Well, you'll be tested.
You'll be tested before.
Well, ideally.
That's what they're doing. You know that they're doing that.
Well, you haven't started
Yesterday, they didn't test the president, did they? I didn't see that. Because here I am. Like, there are people that knew they had it and still went out to the clubs, went out to the pubs, sat with people. These same people can join the queue. Could be journalists, pastors, anyone at all, because they feel like if they take it now, their chances of survival will be high. So let me just shut it and then go take it. But you're there, you have it, and the person isn't wearing gloves, they are not wearing masks, and you're just there.
No, that's for the mask they are wearing.
Okay, you can wear that.
They're allowed to wear other protective, but the gloves, I need to
You're
find out
touching and
the
touching
reason why, but what I came across was that the gloves are not recommended for giving.
But I haven't
because
heard anyone mention
actually-
that you be tested before giving the
Well,
jab. So
I'm not sure
you see,
about
yeah.
that.
I mean, it starts today, so we'll see how that goes in the
Ideally
videos.
they
we'll
should,
see.
but I wonder if we have the resources to. Ideally they should.
How much is it now? $50? It was $150 at the airport.
Yes, at the airport.
So it's a 50 now. So yeah, free.
Yeah, so I'm not sure we will have the resources for that. But I'm sure some kind of examination will be done prior to.
The ones that we guys, mask,
Yes.
bullets, move.
Yes, they make sure that you're wearing. And one thing I want to say before, in case we're ending, is that even when you're vaccinated, it's important to still stick to the protocols. Yes, because the point is that we are going to be vaccinated in batches. It's not all of us at once. So there will still be some people who will be vulnerable. And I also mentioned that pregnant women and children are being left out. So if you are not even concerned about anybody, at least the kids. So for now, until a majority of us have been vaccinated, it will be important for us to still wear the mask, wash our hands, do all of that. At least till most of us have been vaccinated. Then we can start to ease the restrictions.
So there'll come a time where we wouldn't have to wear the mask again.
Oh, well.
Sanitize our hands.
I
Or
do
this is just
hope-
going to be us
I do hope
forever
I
and
will not be
ever.
wearing a mask when I'm 80 years old.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so
there's
definitely at some point we will take this off. Yeah,
After vaccination.
after vaccination.
Someday.
Amen. to
Someday.
that.
Just
I'm
one more question.
tired.
Yeah.
So I know with the yellow fever vaccine, for example, I think after 10 years, right, you have to like be
Reimmunize.
revaccinated again. Is it going to be the same thing with the
With
COVID
this
vaccine?
one, the length of immunity is not yet known. It's not yet known, but they are looking at about a year. But there's no information at the moment about how long the immunity is going to last. So I cannot speak on that. But for now, what we want to make sure is that at least you let us
Kwesi
all.
Bronin Kanshi. I see.
No, you see, it takes time for these things to be revealed.
This is all vibes and inshallah.
Oh, it's not vibes. It's not vibes at all. There's no kind of trial that you can do to speed up time. There's nothing you can do. It's only time that can tell.
But we can't also say it's trial now.
Right now, in lab rats.
We are not lab rats. We are not lab rats. The lab work has already been done. Okay.
But the field work is now happening.
I mean that for the length of immunity, I don't think it's something that is really a problem now, because I don't think it's going to be less than 6 months even. So if anything, at least once we are all vaccinated at the first point, then we can determine how long the immunity lasts, and then we can know how often we need to re-immunize. Okay, but I don't think that should really be of concern now. What matters is that you get vaccinated at the moment, and encourage everyone around you to also be vaccinated.
So we can't say this is a trial and error thing.
No, it's not a trial and error thing.
It's serious business.
Serious.
And if you
serious
really want to survive this, then you're better off
best
just going for
option.
a shot.
Yes. Because the chances of dying from COVID are higher
Yeah.
than the chances of like dying from the vaccine. In fact, you won't die from the vaccine.
Hey.
So, so it's just better to get vaccinated at this point. Yeah.
And you don't think the time frame is also a problem?
What do you mean?
What about it? Vaccine, that's in taking us through the vaccine development process. I think we already did
Oh yeah,
that.
she already
Yes,
spoke on
yes,
that. Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I mean, time no days. So.
No, but I mean, it's fair because last year around this time, when the virus
Yeah, it was
was
around the
beginning to
same
take-
time.
yeah. It's crazy, right? So it's been a year already. More
Yeah.
than, yeah.
A whole year.
And I think by March, scientists were saying it was going to take about a year to get the vaccine.
Year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half.
And here we are.
Yeah. And at that time, it actually looked like
A
forever.
very long time.
You know,
I know, like we
because
were all
here
waiting.
we
that
were
2021 would
in
just
the
come so
lockdown.
fast.
Yeah.
and you're telling us it's going to take more than a year to get a vaccine. And you're there wondering, so when are we ever going to get out of this lockdown? And when are we going to stop wearing this mask?
Yeah.
And
And now
but
the vaccines have come and people are throwing their hands in the air.
Yeah, I know, right? So wait, so after all of this, can we go outside? Can we still
outside?
party?
Well,
You know,
once
go to the
most
club.
of us are vaccinated, those restrictions
Funerals.
will be eased. For now, let us.
I can
at
come into
least-
contact with you with the virus. I can. What
I
is
mean,
it?
it's not that when you see the virus here, you can put it in your mouth because I'm vaccinated.
I mean, hanging out with people and all that.
I mean,
Just knowing that I've
naturally,
been
even though
vaccinated.
we
So
have
outside will be open and then we'll all be
will
good.
be open. But you see, even though we've been vaccinated against so many childhood killer diseases, it did not mean that we shouldn't take our personal hygiene seriously.
Mm.
So even though we've been vaccinated, we should still at least maintain some hygiene. Make sure that you're washing your hands, not handling dirty things. And I'm sure when most of us have been vaccinated, some of the things that we used to do that we were told not to, we can start to do them slowly, like the hugging and the handshakes. But for now, let's not look there. I think that our focus should be getting most of us vaccinated, most of us immune to the virus. Then we can start to think about whether we should start to relax our restrictions. That should be the focus.
I see. If we have you there, you just be singing in our ears and then just giving us the pew pew, and then that'll be it. Not talking about singing though. You are a good one. So I've seen all the threads. Like I've seen everything in the thread. And which one was your favorite though?
My favorite, let me see, would be the Ed Sheeran one, Make It Rain. But people liked the Spirit one. Beyonce, yeah, that was. But I personally really like that Make It Rain song.
So the medicine, yeah, they couldn't be bothered.
Oh, the antibiotic one. Oh, I think a lot of people. I think it was my colleagues who really liked it.
Did you
the
write
most.
that down?
Like the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So you can sing it now.
Yes.
Okay.
Mekaipa. I
Okay.
made it myself, so I remember.
Let's hear you.
Okay. Finish your antibiotics. Finish your antibiotics. If you don't want to be sick anymore, finish your antibiotics. Have you ever heard of antibiotic resistance? Well, it's when the organisms that cause disease begin to get stronger than the drugs. And this happens when you don't take your antibiotics correctly. And you have the organism singing, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. So what do you have? You have people taking drugs and still not getting better. People dying from diseases that could have been cured. So finish your antibiotic. Please, so finish your antibiotics, I beg you. If you don't want to be sick, no more, no more, no more. Finish your antibiotic.
I still don't get it. I mean, what were you thinking, really?
No, you see, The phenomenon of antibiotic resistance is a rather serious one.
And you mentioned that it was, a conversation with you and a patient.
Yes, it was.
So you went home and you started thinking about it.
It was in the shop after the patient left.
Oh, so what was the conversation like? What happened?
The
What
person
transpired?
came and was insistent for a particular type of antibiotic for his condition.
Mm.
And he did not need
Without
it.
a doctor's prescription, nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Because someone had told him that he needs it. And I told him that for this particular condition, he had a code. You don't need an antibiotic, okay? We can give you some supportive treatment like the vitamin C.
All right.
Something to clear your nostrils and all of that. But an antibiotic is not necessary at this point. And he was insisting, more pharmacist, we are too no. Now, in the past, every time we just take amoxicillin and you are fine, And they don't realize that when you take too many antibiotics and you abuse them, we have something we call antibiotic resistance happening. So you have the organisms becoming stronger than the medication.
And it doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore. So we have to use them properly. We have to, because the process of drug discovery or antibiotic discovery is a long one. And if all the antibiotics that we have at the moment become ineffective against the diseases, the organisms, then we'll start dying from things that we've been treating easily.
Yeah.
The pneumonias will be killing us. Things that we've already combated. We'll be going back to square one, So I just felt the need to try something different to get the message out there. And that's why I made that.
And you haven't done anything on the vaccine?
And the vaccine, well, not yet, because the information is a lot.
Yeah.
My brother was asking me if I'm going to do that, but I'm just wondering how we're going to put that all into one song. So I don't know.
I think you did already.
A song on the vaccine?
Oh, okay.
This is
not a song.
antibiotics.
Yeah, but the clubhouse thing.
Yes, So I tried a
sang?
different. No, I didn't sing there, but at least I'm trying to do some kind of public education through Twitter and then the clubhouse room as well.
And your Twitter handle is?
Dr_Noeli_.
Dr_Noeli_.
Yeah.
So are we going to Beyonce or Ed Sheeran? Which one?
Well, you want me to sing another song? Oh, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Oh, which one do you want to do? The gospel?
Anyone.
Oh, that was beautiful. The gospel.
The gospel. Which one is
You
the
have
gospel?
two, cry. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, the title one. Yeah. Is it yeah?
Yeah, you are.
You are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, or something like that.
No.
What's the title?
I don't know. Let me check it out. Let me see what you're saying. I don't remember. The songs are a lot.
It's just one of those worship songs that you did.
Yeah, do I hear you?
Yeah, do I? Yeah, that one. It was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
So which one?
Okay. So you want me to sing that one?
You can. And then we can do the Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
This is our pharmacist, our pharmacist in the studio, Emanuela. Yeah, doctor.
Yeah.
So doctor in pharmacy.
Doctor of Pharmacy. That's the name of the program.
Doctor.
But I'm a pharmacist.
20 years. Oprah.
Well, there's that. But I feel, well, this is personal, but I feel like there is nothing bonding the two of you. Like,
So
that
one can
makes
just
you
up and
committed to that. Maybe despite the situation, let me stay. You know, it's more like
But there's some people married who are not even in the marriage like that.
well,
You know, they literally
every
living outside of the
situation
marriage. So
has the
I think it's
downside.
just how it's being shown now. How people put marriage and make marriage look like. It's a bit unattractive, but
It's true.
I still believe in it anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it's gonna happen or not for me, I believe in a good thing.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to that day, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so there's a boyfriend or something. Hey, no. Okay. Let's move on. How many kids?
Do I want to have? I'm hoping to have 2.
2.
Yes.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I say this and people laugh, but I say I have
So if you have 2
hands.
boys, you're good. If you have 2 girls,
I have
you're
2
good.
legs. I have 2 breasts.
Hey.
So it's two for my kid, 2, 1 for each child.
So whether they come 2 boys, you have 2 boys or 2 girls, you're good.
I'm praying that I get a mix.
1 and then 1.
Praying. I actually want to have fraternal twins. 1 boy, 1 girl. I'm
So it's a
praying.
one time, no, I won't call 9 months.
Then I'm good again.
You're a pharmacist. You can make that happen.
Well, I don't
There's
know.
so many ways. Open natural one and say but natural say immune.
Because
No,
IVS are quite expensive, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Is it below 50K CDs?
Maybe 50K is small to you.
Cause me tell them say, oh, okay, affordable. Oh, right.
Everyone's standard is different.
So chocolate or ice cream?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh, until last month on a Valentine. What were you up to? I saw you in that red dress though. Where were you going?
I didn't go anywhere. You know, actually, I didn't take those pictures for Valentine. I just happened to be wearing a red dress.
On Valentine's Day.
It was not taken on Valentine's Day. It was
Ah.
taken about 2 weeks prior.
And then you posted
and I
on
just
Valentine's
posted it
Day.
since it was a red
It was a
dress.
Sunday too.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day, I was actually at home. Yeah.
Where was a boyfriend? With you?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't.
You're friends with some celebrities, right? I saw you with John DeMello.
DeMello, yeah, he's a buddy.
Buddy. So you call him up and you guys chat and you hang out and all that because you were in a car.
Yeah, we meet. His mom lives around my home, so
Okay.
sometimes when he visits her, he passes through.
So you know the family?
No, I don't know his family. He just
Okay.
told me that his mother's house is around.
Oh, right.
But I have not met.
And you sat in a car
Yes.
and you took a picture. So he's the only friend you have in the industry?
Let me see. D Black is a friend.
D Black.
Yeah.
Hey. When you swear she did all your loud one or feel no.
No. You see, I think all these people got to know me through Twitter, actually.
Oh,
Like
because of what you're
became-
doing. Yeah.
So now I will consider you, So,
All right.
so D Black actually wanted to do some music with me. That's how we became.
Oh.
Yeah.
D Black always looking for opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, and who else?
And well, there's Kojo Youngson.
Hey.
But he
Oh man,
he
idiot.
interviewed me like you are interviewing me.
Oh massa. Inti mano di omu. Admi pena mwenyu on.
Yes, you're the only
Hey.
one. You're the only one.
Eh? Naba na mwenhu. Yo, Mati.
So yeah, that's basically the people I
So Christmas or Easter?
Christmas,
Why is that?
because there's a lot more going
You're
on.
a Christian, man. He died for your sins.
But he
Christmas,
was
Easter
born
should
as
be.
well.
Anyway, right. If he wasn't born, he wouldn't even have come to die. So, yeah, birth is fun.
Yeah,
So
but
Christmas is your holiday, your kind of holiday. Okay, but Easter somewhere.
oh, it's not
makes
like
you
some
emotional.
way, but it's just of the two, I take Christmas because the break is longer. You know.
Okay, so your girl, we have the song. We're gonna play it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we go straight to the news at midday. So thank you so much, Dr. Emanuela, Doctor of Pharmacy and PharmD Farm D the
Doctor
nyɛ
of
de.
pharmacy is
Farm
fine.
D
You
nyɛ
can leave
de.
it there.
MD. Then Farm D. I don't mind any PD.
Well, I didn't pick it.
Ah
I
Lord.
don't know.
That meant to me anye bio. So architect someday.
Well, I do draw for fun, but I don't think
I
I'm
saw
going.
one of those.
Oh, you saw that as well. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, it just appeared on my timeline sometime, and
Yeah, but I
it's
don't.
like, oh
think
wow,
I'm-
I didn't even know it was you though. I
Oh.
thought, yeah, and then I think the comments. So I took my time. I went. I said, oh, okay. So what can't you do? What can't you do, Imanola?
Oh, plenty. I'm not
What?
athletic at all.
Ah,
So there's
basketball,
that.
football, and Nadia.
I can't say I am a good dancer.
Dancer.
No. So I don't
Okay.
think I can dance.
Okay, so this is your song, right?
Yeah,
Introduce it.
Changed by Enionyam.
What?
Changed by Enionyam.
Manifest your glory as we come before your presence. We'll be changed. We'll be changed. Fill us with your power as we surrender to your spirit. We'll be changed.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
We'll be changed. Manifest your glory as we come before your presence. We'll be changed. We'll be changed. Fill us with your power as we surrender to your spirit. We'll be changed. We'll be changed. You are here, so 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 we'll be changed.
Asaase 99.5.
You are here, so we'll be changed. Manifest your glory as we come before your presence. We'll be changed. We'll be changed. We'll be changed. My Lord, fill us with your power. Fill us with your power as we
voice of Ireland.
Fill us with your power. Fill us with your power. As we surrender to your spirit. My God, we wait. We'll be saved. You are here, so be changed. You are here. Thank you for your presence. Hey, we thank you for your presence. We thank you for your presence. We're changing as we behold in a glass. We are changing into the very image of God. From glory to glory, from glory to glory, from glory to glory. You are here, so we change. You are here, so we'll be changed. You are here, so we'll be changed. We no longer stay in the same. We cannot stay the same. Every disease must go. Every sickness must go. Failure must go. Infertility must go. Because you are here. We no longer stay in the same. You are here. My God, we appreciate your presence. So we'll be saved. You are here. We no longer stay the same. We surrender to your spirit. We will not be the same.
The voice of Ireland.
We'll be saved. You are here, so we'll be saved.
Asaase Radio 99.5. All the biggest names in music play here.
And we're all hoping for a change in this not so ordinary time. So, Dr. Emmanuel, our last words before we go. People are saying that you mentioned two lips. You have two legs, you have two lips. We beg to differ. The one in your face, no, anything.
The one in my face.
Yes, the lips. Yeah, you have one here, right? Then when we look at you, you have lips here, right?
Lips.
Who's who two? Yes,
two
back on that way.
Not-
Ah, slow. You slow, girl.
so slow.
You are slow.
Wait.
So the sun is coming from Kojo Eden. Oh my goodness. So yeah, two lips. No, I said, okay. Oh, Patron Abeku.
wow.
You're listening. And GHPR. No, GHPR Mogu. You're also listening. Nate is the name. And Samuel Fori Ej. And everyone listening to us. We hope we came through with the education that all of you need and needed. And also, hopefully, you guys will actually make up your minds to take the shot when it gets to your turn. That's all we're saying, right? Until scatter and take away. Remove. Now I sound like a pastor.
Yes, you are.
Remove.
You actually have the voice.
Smash. What?
You have the voice to do the
To do it.
preaching voice.
Oh, I need your me idea mo. Me catch you boy. Me come from a swap boy. So yes, this is the change you're looking for, and that, my people, is from here, right? What's her name again? Enmonyam. You have all these people that they won't even go for auditions. I mean, come on, it's like the beauty pageants. You say you want a beautiful, intelligent girl. I'm sorry, but these beautiful, intelligent girls do not want none of that. They will never go and audition for anything. So you're looking at what you're looking at, you're watching and thinking this is the standard. I'm sorry, but we have a lot more talent in the country. And they're all in their corners. That's a church girl, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, you know her personally.
Yeah, she's a friend.
Oh, okay.
He's a friend, a good friend of mine.
To what for Tunyum says Sinach, you say, can't sing.
Yeah, she's star level.
Hey. Your last words.
Well, I just want to encourage everyone, as we've spoken about already, that take the vaccine. You won't die. No one is out to kill you. If they are going to kill you,
Saa
it's not,
you
it's
won't
not
die
going
deɛ
to
ho
be...
hia me paa.
Yes, you won't die. Don't worry.
If I know with faith. It's a mustard seed one to cry is enough. So yes, I
Yeah.
won't die.
You won't die.
You won't die. And then what?
Yeah, it's safer to take it than to leave yourself exposed to the COVID virus. So just put your fears aside and all of the conspiracy theories. Before you even believe any of it, try and confirm with a healthcare professional. This is what I've seen. Is it true? Then they'll give you the facts. That's, oh no, this is not it. Or, oh yes, this is true. Depends. So before you believe anything you see on the internet, try and confer with a professional and an expert on the matter before you draw any conclusions.
Two aunties send you WhatsApp messages now, forwarded once now, Mr. Wa. You can also take it up and then educate them because they might not be listening. You guys have access to the internet, access to a lot of information.
Exactly.
So this is the time for you to also spread the word, right? Thank you so much, Emanuela, for coming through. Hopefully you get your 2 kids with your husband. And squash the lips. 2 lips now, you who may be about on the channel.
Hey, wow.
Here I stand. I surrender all to you. Fill me, Lord. 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 Here's my cup. I lift it up. Fill me, Lord. Fill me now. Fill me, Lord. Fill me now. Here I am, God. Without strength, here I stand, Lord.
And we'll still be celebrating our women, our music, and our history. This March, Asaase Radio brings you our own special way of marking Ghana's independence by celebrating the women of our land, our music, and our rich history. So we bring you special features, reports, profiles, and so much more on the women of our land from then and now. As we highlight our women, we will also treat you to beautiful, rich Ghanaian music spanning pre-independence to the present, and we will take you on a captivating trip down Ghana's memory lane. You don't want to miss this month on Asaase Radio 99.5. So join us. Let's celebrate Ghana through our women, our music, and our history. Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
I lift it up. Fill me. Fill me now. Fill me, Lord.
And transforming our country through international trade is how most successful nations build their economies. At Exim Bank, they believe strongly that the bedrock of every resilient economy is in its ability to export its product. Now, this is why, as a development and policy bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade has always been their focus. They support their clients with pre-shipment credit, post-shipment credit, contingent liabilities, and export trade finance, among others. Now, these customer-centric products and services are helping to transform the Ghanaian economy through a detailed, measured, more convenient and flexible financial partnership with their cherished clients that is enabling them to expand their enterprises and also to help grow and make Ghana a vibrant, strong and growing economy. Ghana Exim Bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade. So if you ever had doubts, I hope we cleared it. Now it's time for you to also go out there and educate the people that don't have access to radio, internet, all of that. Maybe we'll fee. Anyone casa. I can't wait for outside to open. This is a step in the right direction. And a big happy birthday to Lil Ed. Ed Jr., it's your birthday today. And Lydia Quating, it's your birthday as well. Derek Corte Simico, Kofi Thompson, Ransford Brackon, Akosia Gray, and Kojo Gate. Also, Sugar, how you doing? Gifty Dimensa and Josh, it's your birthday as well. If you're celebrating your birthday today, 2nd March, you do so with Ghanaian politician Mark Asibe Yeboah, also singer Adam Rowe, Rebel Wilson, movie actress, and movie actor Daniel Craig, James Bond, and Agassi. Happy birthday to everyone.